Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Now, ever since the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, Letsile Tebogo has been living rent-free in my brain, and I do believe that this is the start of something absolutely phenomenal that we may witness in years to come from this young man. Now, what I'm thinking is that Letsile Tebogo could possibly challenge not one, but two world records. Yes, I did not stutter. I do believe that he has it in him to challenge two world records. Now, let's get into the world records that I believe that he'll be able to challenge. Now, earlier on this season, he shattered the 300 meters world best, clocking a 30.69 seconds, overtaking the likes of greats that came before him or preceded him, the likes of Michael Johnson, Usain Bolt, to now hold that 300-meter world best. And he also clocked a new 400-meter personal best where he ran a 44.29 seconds. Now, on the back of that, and thinking about, his previous personal best in the 100 meters, which was a 9.88 seconds, I was like, okay, Letsile Tebogo seems as though, based on what is happening now, the 200 meters seems like the perfect distance smack right in the middle. And we could definitely see something absolutely amazing from him this season by the time we get around to the Paris Olympic Games, which we did eventually see because he got to the Paris Olympic Games and he ran a 19.46 seconds, easing down, might I add, to run a new national record in the 200 meters to walk away with the gold medal. Now, since then, my thought process, as it relates to him potentially being able to challenge that 200-meter world record has been amplified and then some. Because think about it, trackies. He has literally been running national records, all season practically. When you think about, the 300-meter world best, well, that was a world record, right? The 100 meters before, the 200-meter finals was also a national record. He ran a 9.86 seconds there. So, on the back of that, and then thinking about the time he lost, because remember, he did lose his mother. So there was some time that he took off from the sport before he was able to get back into, competition mode to turn up at the Paris Olympic Games to run a 19.46. So the thought process is, what could he have potentially run, given the time that he missed? And of course, him easing down, as I said, in the race, right? What could he have potentially run, if he had a straight, smooth season, you would say, right? Your guess right now is as good as mine. All I know, it would be better than that 19.46. So with that being said, now the thought process is amplified, as I said, for him to challenge that 200-meter world record. And of course, he's gotten, the green light from likes of, the great Glenn Mills that coached Usain Bolt, saying, hey, he believes that Letsile Tebogo is also the man that could challenge Usain Bolt's world record. So, trackies, Letsile Tebogo seemingly being able to challenge the 200-meter world record as things stand right now in the near future seemed pretty obvious at this particular point, given his exploits in 2023 and especially in years prior and what led up to what happened in 2020 for right now. But the one that really excites me and probably a lot didn't see coming is him maybe being able to also challenge the 400-meter world record. Yes, trackies, I did not stutter. I strongly believe that Letsile Tebogo will also be able to challenge that 400-meter world record. As a matter of fact, right now, before the season ends, because he is in the shape of his life, remember, he has gone from record performance to record performance to record performance. Let's go again. He's ran. All of this happened in 2024. A 300-meter world best, world record, 30.69. He's also run a 400-meter personal best, 44.29. He's run a 100-meter national record, 9.86. And he's run a national record in the 200 meters, 19.46 seconds. So as far as I'm concerned, this is him having his best shape here in 2024. And I think that he should actually challenge one more 400 meters before the season has ended to, clock a faster time heading into, years to come. And as I said, the opportunity that I do believe will exist for him to potentially challenge that 400-meter world record. Similar to how you can say Sydney McLaughlin looks like she can challenge the 400-meter world record. Same thing, right? I believe he definitely, has that within him. Now, clearly, his personal best right now, 44.29, doesn't really say much. But here is why I'm thinking that he can challenge that 400-meter world record. I saw the most stupendous thing from him during the Olympic Games when he ran in the 4 by 400 meters, the first round and the second round. Now, granted, I was looking at this Botswana team from the year before, and I thought to myself, Letsile Tebogo should definitely be slotted into this 4 by 4. They didn't slot him in. I don't know why they didn't wisely slot him in, but this year they definitely did so. And I was excited to see what he did because he left me absolutely gobsmacked. No, in the finals, he clocked the second fastest split ever registered or recorded, and that is a 43.03 seconds. Only second to Michael Johnson, former world record holder as well, when it was at 43.18 seconds. He clocked a fastest split, or he holds the fastest split ever recorded, 42.94 seconds. So let's see, he's only second to that in terms of, splits that were recorded. But track is separate and apart from the splits that he, did here in the finals. I was actually impressed, or probably even more impressed, by what I saw in the heats. Crazy enough or wild enough, but that is literally how I felt. No, they changed his legs. He ran the anchor leg in the finals, but in the heat he ran the first leg. And as I said, I was left gobsmacked watching his performance there. Now, when the heat race was completed, his clocking, I believe, ended at a 44.3. That was what he clocked, on that split. Given that's the first leg, clearly that's very fast. But that was not what, what shocked me. It was the mere fact that, one, he slowed down significantly, or not slowed down, because slow down made it sound as though he didn't have any more to give. He literally eased down, you know what I mean, into handing over that baton. And I remember looking at the clock, and Trackies, I thought that was the wildest thing I ever saw. I swear to you, Trackies, the clock flashed 42 seconds. No. I'm trying not to be wild with my thought process and this 42-second clock, because officially it clocked something around 44 3, right? That was his leg. But given what I saw flash and how he is down, I'm gonna say that was 43 low, right? That is literally what could have potentially happened on that first leg if he didn't ease down. Just looking at that clock and the fact that he, eased down, he could have clocked a 43. I'm not asking you, on that first leg. Now, we all know that running that first leg on a 4 by 4 is longer than you'd say, on a typical 400 meters, right? Which is why the times seem to be, faster than, or slower, sorry, than you would, clock if you were running, a flat 400 meters. So, with that being said, if he could clock, what seemingly could have been a 43, right, on that opening leg, what do you think a Letsile Tebogo will be able to run in an open, flat 400 meters right now, and then give him some more growth and tell me if you think he will be able to challenge that 400-meter world record? Listen, this is an event that he doesn't even compete in. Now, clearly, based on background training that he does, clearly it's incorporated in what he does, which is why he's able to, run the 400 meters. Plus, he talks about his strength work, right? He says he's, stronger than many, not necessarily faster, but stronger, which is what gives him the edge over many when competing in the sprints. So that's a known fact that he is, a stronger athlete. So, Chuckies, I'm saying to you, what will happen if Letsile Tebogo, one, runs a 400 meters this season, he's in the best shape of his life. What kind of clocking or time do you think we will see right now? And as I said, give him some time to focus on the event in the near future, whichever year, maybe not next year, because he could potentially be going after, the sprint double, in years to come, which is, he does the 1-2. That's where his focus is. But at some particular point in time, I'd love to see him focus on that 400 meters while he's still in the prime of his life, clearly. And I'd love to see if he'll really be able to challenge that 400-meter world record, because honestly, I do think he can do so. But anyway, Trackies, your thoughts now at this particular point. So Letsile Tebogo has been doing absolutely amazing this season. We've seen personal best after personal best, national record after national record, world best as well. And we saw something ridiculous from him in Paris in that 4x4, which makes me think that Letsile Tebogo is not only, or Tebogo is not only on track to, potentially challenge the 200-meter world record, but also challenge that 400-meter world record. What are your thoughts? Sound off, like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in another one. Bye.